me cater to you. Let me cater to you. Let me cater to I wanna let you know, girl, that you know that I am what you do. So let me reassure you, my life will be purpose without you. If I want it, I'm gonna ask you. Flying to be better, challenge me for the better. What do you let me cater to you?
Hello everyone, and thank you for coming back to the channel. Make it make sense. And there's not too much we could say about Charles, but we didn't say anything about him. We didn't really give him a shout out to give our condolences of his mother's passing. And we forgot to talk about Charles. We was always talking about Megan and Harry and William and Kate, that we forgot to even talk about Charles. Prince Charles is now King Charles. And we want to see how he was faring. Because again, this was and is his mother we're referring to. And that's why I said I don't think Charles gonna make it too long, because he looked old. He looked old, confused, and tired. Okay? Old, confused, and tired. It ain't like when he was first, when the queen was definitely good in her health and he had married Camille and all that kind of stuff, like him right there. Not old and put out the pasture, Charles, but middle-aged man. And, she died, and now he is to resume his position, which he really should have had it a lot longer ago, or a lot longer than what the queen had called herself, wanting to stay in the limelight and to definitely reside over the throne, which I think was a bad deal. It was a bad deal because she should have just wanted to see her son in action on what he would do as king and the things he would bring to fruition that helps the UK generously. But she stayed in charge, and when breath left out of her body, it became for old man excuse me, the old man in Charles to come alive, if it's just for a brief stint before William, his son, take over. But anyway, we get this article from Maria Claire, and let's see if anybody. Okay, it really doesn't say who published it. Well, no, it does. Rachel Birchfield wrote up an article about King Charles. Okay, here's how King Charles III is holding up in his first 48 hours as monarch. Okay, one of the strangest parts about the monarchy is this: the work of King Charles III's life, the work he has been preparing to do for over 73 years as heir to the throne, is fully contingent and distinctively parallel with one of the greatest losses of his life, the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, who died peacefully at Balmoral Castle on Thursday. Okay, so that would have been the 8th. Alrighty, so as the new king ascends to the throne and all of the duties that requires, he is simultaneously in deep mourning, devastated over the loss of a mother he adored. Surrounding himself in these early days are son Prince William, the new Prince of Wales, and wife Camilla, Queen Consort, who USA Weekly reports Charles is depending on as he navigates the role he's trained his entire life for, while also grappling with very deep grief. King Charles calls Camilla his tower of strength. All right, an insider tells the outlet, he says she makes him a better man. This is obviously a challenging time for him as he transitions into a new era without his beloved mother, and he's incredibly emotional, as he should be. The role of monarch passed immediately to Charles upon the Queen's death Thursday. Charles was able to be at his mother's bedside when she passed and remained with Camilla at Balmoral until Friday, when the couple stepped out to greet well-wishers outside of Buckingham Palace upon their return to London. Charles, known as he's never outshined the Queen and doesn't expect to, but he does plan to make a difference in his own unique way. The insider tells us weekly, adding that the new king has been working closely with Prince Williams and a slimmed down monarch. Late on Friday, the king made his first speech as the new monarch, where he officially announced Camilla's new title of Queen Consort and declared William and wife Kate the new Prince and Princess of Wales. Also, during the address, Charles expressed love for his younger son, Prince Harry, and his wife, Meghan, as they continue to build their lives overseas. A moment royal expert Gareth Russell told U.S. Weekly was an olive branch to the Duke or Duchess of Sussex amid ongoing royal tensions. Also in his address, Charles extended the UK's mourning period for the Queen from now until 7 days after Her Majesty's upcoming funeral, the date of which has not been announced as part of the mourning period. The UK will pause comedy programs on television and see flags flown at half-mast. So they're talking about the 19th she's supposed to be, as an update. The 19th is when she's actually going to have her funeral procession. Okay, a second insider tells us weekly that while the royals knew that Elizabeth's end was near, the family is struggling to come to terms with the reality of her death. While Charles and Williams are balancing their new royal duties with their mourning, Harry's in particular and especially upset about his beloved grandmother's death, the source says. Harry's guilt-stricken, full of sorrow and regret about not saying goodbye to the Queen, the source says. Harry arrived at Balmoral on Thursday after the Queen had already passed. They met up at a couple of times during the Platinum Jubilee, but he by no means expected it to be the last time he saw her. The source adds, he loved his grandmother with all his heart and is going through a terrible time right now. The news hasn't fully sunk in. Okay? Well, it better sink in sooner rather than later, because Lord knows anything happened to your daddy. There you go, William's already in the seat to fill. And who's to say William won't fall shortly to, losing his life. Then there's Prince Harry. Okay, but we know, or we try to understand, that it's God's will when he comes and takes people away from their beloved family members, but they were only gifts to begin with in the first doggone place. But we give Charles condolences, and we know he's going to try to do the best he can, because when he technically should have been the king when he was much younger, or even at this age where he's looking, fresher. But honey, how he look now, bruh, man, look like he tired and through, and he don't even want the royal title and the commission that he would be sitting there acting as, or actually being, the king of Britain. I mean, even Camilla looked better than him. But I guess it's that lifelong time of drinking that got him, kind of looking all which way out here in these streets, okay? But again, we give him condolences of his mother. I'm sure he knew before others knew that her health was failing, and that it would be just a moment in time that he have to step in and fill his mother's shoes. Of course, his own special way. Not that he's going to exceed or succeed his mother's lifetime, what do you call it? Well, lifetime span that she had as being queen of their country. So, of course, he's going to miss his mom, and it is what it is. All of us are going to meet that fate one day. But as we can all know and say, she had a very plush life. She did. Very, very plush life. I wonder who's going to take care of her dogs. Hopefully William would get it, if not Charles. Charles will never be around, though. So maybe William. and Kate would take up with the puppy that she used to have around her. But condolences, King Charles, and we hope you fare well with your reign as king over there in Britain. If not, we know William will come in like cops and robbers and take over your space immediately and effectively. But that's all I got for this particular video. I ain't got no more. Y'all get down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about King Charles. Will he be a better man now than what he has been in the past? Will he succeed in running an effective country without any influence of others? Or is he going to do a bad job and he just going to be like, fuck it, I'm too old for this shit. You know what I'm saying? My mind don't think the way it used to think. I ain't too eager to go to war with other countries either. I ain't too thrilled about listening to any war type what do you call it? Information or dialogue. You're like, let's just all drink and have a good merry old time. At least that's what he's giving me with these pictures, okay? But that's all I got. I ain't got no more, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye-bye.